morning or is it late at night? Depending on sleep patterns, you'd be able to depict exactly the condition that I'm in. Lately, it's been dry outside. It's the turn of the weather where when the snow is melting or it's falling, it sucks up moisture all around it because it's like a lower form of dry ice. But when there's a lot of snow, it's more like just regular dry ice. I don't know if you've ever picked up dry ice with your bare hand, but it might sting because it's dry. I have an odd autonomy in the back of my middle knuckle. It resembles a ash, and I don't know how deep it is, but it doesn't go away, and it looks like a giant issue. With autonomy, body autonomy, there's positive criticism and negative. I'm hard pressed to find any. I noticed that after the Biden administration got on YouTube, I might need a fact check for this one, 200,000 dislikes to 100 likes after they hosted a podcast. The White House posted a live podcast on YouTube. The dislike button was removed the next day. And, since then it's, well, I wonder if the algorithm's been changed. The daytime, the nighttime, I have a problem outside. It's not that I don't like being it, but it might be old age, it might be the weather's turned permanently, going up Schitt's Creek, but, it hurts my eyes sometimes being outside. And so I would squint them to the degree of a massive degree, and it's almost as though I'm doing something at two times. If you go during a sunrise or sunset, go right in between the fall or rise, it isn't that bright. And this is effectively the same tint it would be if I was wearing sunglasses. Now, I don't like wearing sunglasses because I have a problem with body autonomy. As earlier, my face being covered isn't something I'm a fan of. And so by meeting hours of daytime with this imagery, I can do one without being the other. The top scientists we have can be three things, and they didn't know which ones. And these are dependent on how the universe will end. You're getting a calculation of the worst scenario, and they're pinpointing that. Well, that's a hell of a start, seeing as the start was inconclusive because we were blocked by radiation. So let's see how it'll fizzle out. It's in a representation of either a square, a circle, or a straight line. And these things are, of course, where the universe is going to expand out, it's going to contract in, or it's just going to persist and no different and remain straight. I was thinking it's almost as though you get each one all equal, where there's no definite one. It's just how you can self-improve yourself. And in this terms is you got eyes that are bad because outside's so bright, or your skin is ashy because you have a skin that has a point in it that sucks up more water more. And then the third one would just be a problem with a neural thing, you don't know where the answer is. In any case, there's things in video games called like speed runs or like a ragdoll dynamic where you hit on as many things as you can. And it's almost as if you combine the two. They're one and the same. So I'm a guy, middle-aged. I just set myself up for a softball. I'm gonna get trolled, he's outside and can't weather the weather, the sun, the air. He has his eyes hurting, his skin frailing. He can't come to terms with himself because he's in denial of his self-evidence. But of course, it's waiting for a troll. I just learned to turn on the comment section of the videos that I've been posting, and it's where you have to accept the fact that you're denying your viewing to get seen by kids. And unless you do it, and in that context, literally, no one will be able to troll you on your videos. I guess you could make like a hashtag and they incorporate the hashtag, and algorithmically they're supposed to synergistically align with the first thing you see on the page of the website. But we all know that that's, overrated on its face. So it's just the whole ethos of being progressive, where you need to get fact checked in order that you're not saying something wrong to protect others. And then if you're getting a copyright strike for material that's already been used, it's as though you're trying not to offend the person who has the rights, but there's always the people with the rights, they're assigned to a label. And so it's now you're just trying to not make a label. Where you couldn't care less for like a label. It's the same thing as where the progression saying like, oh, this is progressive, where you have to help anyone in the countries that need help. And that's I combined all the patents in the world to see what actually is accurate. In this video, I'm going to describe my findings of what means true on a personal basis so that nothing I see can be biased. This is a simple fact that how can you copyright a distortion? I noticed in sunglasses, you can get tints of different types, and even if they're a different color, you might be able to see through them better. It's always in the eyes. You gotta know one thing. If you see someone's top of the eyes and they're white, that's a clear sign that they're crazy. And this is something you know ahead of time, beforehand. It's always the problems that once you're there, that's what the problem already is. How do we get out of this? A lot of these problems in modern day times are something equivalent of what they don't know in science. These things, Boltzmann brains and entropy,